had a dream last night. I haven't watched the new Game of Thrones show because I just don't really care. I'm sure it's fine. I just don't care.
Be hilarious if you spoiled it based on a dream.
That would be awesome. That would be fucking cool. I wouldn't even mind if people were bad. I'd feel like Rasputin. I had a dream last night that I watched the new Game of Thrones show, and it was like Cronenbergian body horror. And I was like, I can't believe this is so popular. This is like the hardest thing I've ever watched in my life.
Dude, I watched Hellraiser last night.
Oh, how was it?
It's fucking good. It's the second best Hellraiser movie.
I noticed that
it's the second good Hellraiser movie.
I noticed that you hid the Hellraiser tape in the office, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the Hellraiser. Yes, yeah, the Hellraiser tape. Google Hellraiser tape. Google Hellraiser tape bus station if you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's all I'll ever say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I have it here actually. If you on the video version, you can see it up there in the corner.
Oh yeah,
sick.
The Hellraiser tape is up there. Sorry, yeah, but was there? Do you have any details on your House of the Dragon Cronenbergian
dream?
Sins of Our Future dream or whatever.
It was so disgustingly gory that I'm hesitant to imagine. All right, yeah, just don't listen to the next 30 seconds of this if you're sensitive to hearing about gore. There was like a royal person who was like a giant, like blobbish monster person, and was like cutting off chunks of their own flesh for some reason. And I was like, this show is disgusting. Who would watch this? It was fucked, man.
Have you seen Crimes of the Future yet?
No, I don't. I am not. My tolerance for movie gore is pretty middle of the road. Even like The Thing is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it makes me so viscerally uncomfortable, even though it's so not human looking. So I don't know if I could
still not
it.
watched The Thing.
Dude,
isn't that insane? That is like my greatest shame. Every time someone mentions The Thing, I go, God, I need to watch it tonight, and then I forget. So I need to watch it tonight.
I rewatched it recently, and it was so good that it was upsetting. I haven't seen it since I was probably 15, and I rewatched it, and I was like, oh fuck, like there are so few. There's no horror movies that are as good as it. It's the best horror movie ever made. And there are very few other movies that are as good as it. Please watch it.
Okay, I will watch The Thing by the next Patreon podcast. We'll talk about it.
That'd be awesome.
Have you watched Crimes of the Future, Frank? The trailer. Every time I go to watch it, I watch the trailer before, and I'm like, I don't think I can mess with this right now.
Yeah, no. It's funny. I watched Cronenberg's son did a movie last year called like Possessor, I think, and that was insane. And I love Cronenberg's Crash, so I know whenever I get to watching it, I will. I'll watch it by the end of the year because I know it's going to end up on everyone's like top 10s of the year list, but. Yeah, no, Cronenberg stuff is so extreme and weird and funky, but I need to see it.
God, the Hellraiser one's good. It's I don't want to. I'll speak around. I guess there's nothing to spoil. They do it's like it's slightly soft rebooty, I would say, in that like some of the like the first movie was very much about like sacrificing someone else so you don't have to go with the Xenobites kind of vibe. Like there's kind of bits of that in there. There's a good it's well acted and the script is really good in a way that's like kind of feels out of place in a Hellraiser movie because it's like those movies were so about they were a very vibe based horror genre, and you can see that in the sequels where it's very much about just how weird we can make this thing, and like narrative or protagonists, motivations weren't really part of the equation. But I really liked it. I like the new Xenobites, what they did with them. The voice stuff was good. They expanded on the lore in ways that make sense and are interesting and cultish and fucked. Visually it's very fucked. It's a fucked movie. There's like lots of like stuff that you're like, why is that there? Like my wife is like, why is she like the protagonist of the movie is kind of like this ratty looking girl whose hair is like curly and kind of done in a way that's like always in her face, and she's got lots of rings on her fingers and wears baggy clothes, and it's hard to like place where she's from, like what era she's in, and like and all this stuff that's like, I'm like, oh, that's Hellraiser. It's just like everything's turned up and weird and like a little bit extreme, and like there's one part where there's a building that's like in a cage, and like what a weird concept to have a building in a cage, but it's totally Hellraiser. It's like, yeah, that's what this stuff is about. It's just about like the weird extremes of existence, and like I dug it. It was really good. Yeah, I think if you like Hellraiser 1 and you like weird voices and S&M taken to its extremes limit, then like if you didn't know what Hellraiser, I really want to watch this with like somebody who has no idea what Hellraiser is about, like who doesn't know that it's about, you know, about like people, like a race of intergalactic demon people who use suffering to feel joy and alive. Like once you grok that like lady whose throat is open isn't open because she was born that way, you know, she did that to herself because she likes feeling misery and pain, and like they get joy from like it's like if you don't know that going into these movies, and this movie spells it out in a way I think not even the first one does. Like this one's like, oh no, we fucking love this shit. You want to be weird like us? You want to be weird like a Xenobite?
Hell yeah. Xenobites
Come
are
on
cool,
out.
man.
Xenobites are right.
I don't want them to ever visit me, but I appreciate them
No.
from afar.
I like idolize them. Like there's something so seductive about them. Like they're so weird and gross and they're terrifying, but like especially in that first movie, like they're so like godlike. Like
Yeah.
in a very like attractive and fearful, like awe-inspiring in like the scary awe way.
There's like there's something deeply, it's like inverse Buddhism or something, where it's like they're so unattached to, there's like no aversion to all of the things that we spend our entire lives running from. But
Yeah.
there's something very fucking like zen about that. Xenobites. Holy
Xenobites,
shit. Is
there we
that,
go.
Is that why they're called Xenobites?
Are they from Half-Life?
Yeah, exactly. Are they from Zen?
Is that what happened? Yeah, but my wife was at one stage was like, why aren't they like chasing after them? And I'm like, fucking Xenobites don't run.
Yeah, dude.
They know they're enjoying all this. They're
Yeah.
enjoying not getting what they want. Like you know, like they like the chase because that's the pleasure. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, they're like the Addams family, you know, where like if the soup has maggots in it, that's like the best soup ever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everything's inverted with Xenobites.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
They love Mondays and they hate Fridays.
They hate Fridays. The weekend comes. They're like, damn it.
But God damn it,
They're
dude.
like, it's a waste of the weekends are a waste of good suffering. Yeah, all right.